All right, people, I just want to open your eyes to see this because it is very profound and we have to learn as children of God. We don't have to be bamboozled by the people of the world. There are users out there and they are ready to use you for as long as you give yourself up to them. When they finish using you, they drop you. That is just it. Now look at what happened to these two different people at different times in the Bible. The first one, the account is recorded in the book of Judges chapter 11 from verse 1 to like 13, 14. The story of Jephthah. But Jephthah was chased out of the house. Now that's not where I'm going. Where I'm going is this. At the point they wanted to bring him back to fight for them, at the point when they needed him the most, at the point when they knew that he was going to be their saving grace, the only hope left for them to win the people of Ammon. They went to him. They invited him to come help them fight this battle and win for them. He was their last resort. But you see, he was wise enough to strike a deal with them. He was wise enough to look at the future. He was wise enough to operate in the principle of once beaten, twice shy. Now, it didn't go by, I'm a Christian, whatever I do for the Lord. I have to be lenient. I'm a follower of Jesus. No, because Jesus too had his principles. He had what he would do and the things he would not do. And so he told them point blank, he said, if I would do this for you, I'll have to be your leader. They said, yes. Well, he said, no, you have to do an undertaking for me. And then the strongest undertaking anybody could give you or do with you would be to use the name of the Lord. And they did that. Go to verse 9 of that Judges chapter 11. See, he told them point blank, you do this, then I'll be able to do this for you. That's what he fought for them. He won and he became their leader. Now the second account is in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9 from verse 13 through 14. The Bible tells us of a city, a small city in a place, and they were besieged. But in that very small city was a wise man, very wise man. They contacted this wise man to help them. And the man used wisdom because he believed that wisdom is stronger than strength. He used wisdom. By his wisdom, they won the battle. But the Bible tells us that nobody remembered this man. And so the Bible later tells us in that verse 14 that his wisdom was despised. Despite the fact that he was wise, he won the battle for them just like Jephthah did. But he was never remembered, meaning he was not compensated for all he did. Now, this can be likened to two Christians. The one who knows his right, the one who knows that, look, there is that time to be quiet and a time to speak. There were times when Jesus was quiet in the presence of his enemies, when they accused him and he kept quiet. And there were times when he spoke up. So do not be bamboozled. Do not be pushed aside. Do not allow anybody blackmail you in the name of Christianity, in the name of the pastor, in the name of a child of God, and then they have their way and use you for as long as they want. Listen, the Bible tells us in the book of Proverbs chapter 26 verse 4 and 5. Verse 4 says, answer not a fool according to his folly, lest you be like unto him. Verse 5 says, answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own consent. Let us be up and doing. You go to school, study, make yourself approved, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. Severally, when you are pragmatic, people look at you and say you are wicked. When you are pragmatic, they look at you and say you are not kind. They look at you and say you don't care. But I tell you, if you're on the right path, keep keeping on, because God cannot be mocked. Whatever a man sows, he reaps. I'll leave you with this, that God is in charge of your life and destiny. You will not cast your pear before the swine. God bless you immensely. Stay blessed.